Well, it was my first day working at Bears Paw Golf Course. I had come in to rake bunkers for the summer, and Mark was the bunker foreman there, and I showed up 10 minutes late. I wasn't used to waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was kind of just a mess that first day. I was wearing a spaghetti strap tank top at a private golf course. I had to put a big golf shirt on me to cover my shoulders up, and I ended up spilling a coffee all down the front of my shirt. So that first day, I'm sure Mark thought that I was just ridiculous. He was probably like, who is this girl?
First time I saw Kerra was, well, she was late for work, but I did know there was a new girl coming. And I was in a golf cart, and my boss at the time said there's a new girl coming, and that got me slightly excited. And once I actually saw her come down, I delayed our whole bunker crew and made sure that she was like driving in my cart. So
yeah. Mark was my boss, so every day I would come in and I would look at the whiteboard, and Mark would put the teams of all the bunker crews going out for the day, and after the first day I knew I would come in every day and Mark would have my name written next to his, so every day after that we rode around the golf course together. That he was a good-looking guy. He was a hard worker. I worked beside him the first day. He kind of like showed me the ropes at Bears Paw, and just how hard of a worker he was, and how fun he was to be around. Such an easy guy to talk to, and like I was immediately attracted to him from the get-go.
First time I saw Kerra was bright and early at the golf course. She looked kind of tired, maybe not used to the early mornings, and I've been doing it all summer, but it was my last couple weeks of work, so I was pretty excited when I saw her. Memorable moments of working together was talking Blue Jays for sure, and then watching her actually like go to work. I don't know if it was to impress me or not, but she definitely worked hard out there.
Honestly, we talked a lot about the Blue Jays. I felt bad for anyone else who was on our crew that day, because they would just have to sit there and listen to about Blue Jays all day. But Mark made the first move. He, I think it was probably maybe like the probably the fourth or fifth day that that I had been working at Bears Paw. He knew I was.
The first move was definitely made by, I'll give Kerra credit on that. I think we were both interested, but I think she would have actually really pulled the trigger on it. Our first date was actually just a dive bar. We talked about Blue Jays, so I had mentioned a place, Bottoms Up, where me and my buddies had been a few times, and she was willing to go there, so we went and watched a Blue Jays game for our first date.
It was a little dive bar up 17th Avenue. It was a little sports bar, and we went in and just got a couple pitchers of beer and watched a Blue Jays game together, and that was that. Mark and I met when we were 21, so we kind of like grew up together. We went to school together, worked minimum wage jobs together, trying to make rent. We moved in after 5 months of dating. We've kind of just helped each other through a lot of those growing pains that you have in your early 20s and mid 20s, and we've kind of done it together. So I feel like in a way we've almost grown up together and supported each other through some really good times, some really hard times.
Our highlights, in my opinion, would be traveling for sure. She's kind of opened the door to me traveling. I used to be the guy who just wanted to travel and never really had got to. But
one of the other highlights were when we went and rode our bikes across Vietnam together in 2011. We raised money for a charity called Kerra Canada, and we went out there for 6 weeks, and that was just an awesome experience.
When I realized I knew I wanted to spend the rest of my life with Kerra, I think I knew it all along, but we had both gone through school and working and just a lot of that initial mid-20 stuff, and once we kind of got past that together and we just enjoy our time together, it clicked for me a few years ago, and I just knew.
That was when I look back, that was probably one of the highlights for Mark and I. We were in Logan Lake. It was summer 2011, and Mark just wanted to take me on a little trip kind of into the woods. I think he was trying to show me the Grad Cliffs or something like that, and it was nighttime, and he just kind of took me in, and we just set up shop right there and got our golf clubs out and started hitting golf balls off his tailgate, and we were blasting music, and you know, we had a couple beers, and I think for both of us, we just kind of, it was such a great night, and we just kind of looked at one another, and we just knew, I think both right there and then, that like this was it for us. We were going to spend the rest of our lives together. So that for me was probably one of the best memories we've ever had. We've been together for so long, and I remember my co-worker had gotten engaged earlier on that week, and I had come home and I said, Mark, Chantel got engaged, and he was like, yeah, we'll get there, like think year 2020.
Right. Yeah, so the night before the proposal, while me and Blaine were having a beer at Tilted Kilt, invited Kerra, and it ended up being pretty much a late night, and I had the whole plan in mind, and a lot of people knew about the plan, and Kerra did not want to leave around like 11, 12. Then it got to be like 12:30, 1, finally drug her home. But
the day of the proposal, we went hiking out in Canmore. I woke up that morning, we were out the night before, and I was feeling a little rough that morning, but Mark took me out and let me pick the hike once we got out there, because he always lets me pick the hike, and so I chose Grassy Lakes, and there was a little bit of a snowstorm going on, so we had the mountain to ourselves.
We had a night booked in Canmore, of course, because I knew what the plan was. But so we made it out. I drugged Kerra out, and the plan was to do a hike. Kerra was not interested in doing a hike, but the proposal was going to happen on a hike. So that was our day. I let her pick the place and kind of ran with it from there. We had walked for maybe 15 or 20 minutes, not knowing the trail. It was kind of just a guessing game. But I saw a bench just kind of up the hill, and we actually got to the bench, and there was M+K on it, which kind of just pure irony. But she sat down first, and I literally just took a knee and just said, I have something for you.
So we got to the top of the mountain, and there was a bench overlooking the valley. It was beautiful, and when we got to the top, he decided to wipe the snow off the bench, and as I sat down, I looked up, and there he was on one knee, and I remember his words perfectly. He said, I got something for you, will you marry me? And I had no idea it was coming. I was shocked and just immediately started crying and said, oh my God, like 100 times. And we still don't know if I said yes. I think he put the ring on my finger, and we hugged and we kissed, and sat down on the bench and just like soaked it all in. It was like the most surreal moment, and just amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better proposal. The ring is beautiful. He did an amazing job. I'm really excited. I get that question a lot, actually, just since we've been engaged, if I'm going to change my name or not, and I think it's a total honor to be a Ford. I love that family so much, so I'm super excited.
It'll be a lot of fun. We're pretty casual, and I think the setting is perfect for us. So.
And we've been waiting for so long for it to be here, and it's right around the corner now, and we're just so looking forward to getting all of our family and friends into one room and just celebrating. I just want it to be one big party and everyone to have lots of fun, and I just can't wait for it.